We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, continuing to break through key resistance levels and fighting to hit newer highs. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:05 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 300% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, continue to push up higher, and we need to talk about what key levels to watch going into next week and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:35 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 1,000% plus within hours, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area on Wednesday into the rip area yesterday and continuing into multiple bars of rip areas. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bull indicator since 411.60, and yesterday things continued to hold that support of that upward momentum, and we talked about the key levels to watch if this staircase effect can continue and a full transition had happened from the dip area to the rip areas up here, and inflows were above, and we wanted to see it stay above the midpoint, and it did. And today it went from red to green, pulling upwards and continuing this momentum to retest key resistance levels. And in today's video, we're going to talk about key levels I would watch going into next week and what's going on here within these charts. So the first thing is inflows are up here at some of the highest points that we've seen in the last several days and weeks, and we're back up here where this bear indicator popped up earlier this week at around the 419, 420 area, and we're currently above it. After doing a full transition down, we've done a full transition up, and the inflows are at the 4.8 area. Now, what's going to be crucial and critical here going into next week is going to be these inflow versus outflows. I'm going to be watching it very carefully, and not just that here on the 30-minute, but also when we zoom out to the 1 hour, these inflows pulled upwards and have hit highs here of 7.1. Some of the highest inflows that we've seen in the last several days and weeks here. The most recent high was up here at 5.9, and currently we're at 7.1, pulling away from the midpoint to the upside and under that bull indicator since way back here on Wednesday at around the 411.50 area, and things have continued the staircase effect, and a full transition has happened from the dip area to the rip area here. So on 42 vision, it's gone from white with red borders to bright green, and that is something to not ignore here, and we need to pay close attention here to these inflow versus outflows going into next week. Now, what are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside? Well, the first thing is support, and the first support level is going to be the 418 area, especially if these outflows start to pull downwards towards the midpoint. The next support below that will be the 415 area, where things actually consolidated before the next leg up, and it was a huge resistance yesterday around the 415 416 area, and today it acted as support. Those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside here on the 30-minute, and if 415 gets broken through, the next support level below that, if these outflows go ahead and cross over to the downside on the 15-minute, as we see them, they're red and sitting sideways, that could start to reflect that weakness pretty quickly into these charts. And the next support below 415 would then be the 413 to 412.50 area, that it actually triple bottomed around that area in yesterday's volatility before the next leg up, back up towards the 415 416 area. So that's going to be crucial and critical how these outflows react, because there's no bear indicator here on the 15-minute, and if it crosses to the downside, it could quickly start to reflect into these charts, cancel out this bull indicator with a possible bear indicator, and start reflecting that weakness into the larger time frames like the 30-minute and like the 1 hour. So that's definitely going to be something I'll be watching very carefully and closely, and I would not ignore within the volatility. Now, to the upside, it's going to be critical and crucial here for these inflows to stay above the midpoint here on the 15-minute and switch from red to green, pull back up, and the highest inflows it hit today was 5.28. We want to see it go back up that area or above it and continue the next leg up from these levels and continue holding true this bull indicator here on the 15-minute, and not just that, but also here on the 30-minute from way down here at around the 411, 60, 80 area. And the first resistance to the upside is going to be, based off the history of the chart, 421, where things rejected as it got close to it earlier last week, and this week when it tried coming back up to 421, and then above that comes the 423 to 425 area, and we want to see these inflows continue above the midpoint and green here on the 30-minute, continue the staircase effect to the upside, and not just here on the 30-minute, but also here on the 1 hour, holding true this bull indicator, the full strength here of the bright green bars, and these inflows staying above the midpoint. But it is something to not ignore that this is some of the highest inflows that we've seen in several weeks and months. So that is something to not overlook here, and I'll be watching these inflow versus outflows very carefully, because on the 1 hour it's green and above, and on the 30-minute as well with bull indicators, but on the 15-minute, no bear indicator just yet, still a bull indicator dominating here from around the 414 area, but these outflows have began, right? There's a divergence here, and things have slowed down, kind of sitting sideways here in this tight range between 418 and 420 area, and we need to watch, could these inflows come back up, or will these outflows continue? Because if they cross to the downside, it could quickly start to reflect into the charts, possibly roll over into the 30-minute or 1 hour, and a possible bear indicator may even pop up here on the 15-minute. Not guaranteed, but something to not overlook and miss here within the volatility of the 15-minute chart and how it can impact the 30-minute and the 1 hour. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be critical, and I'm going to be watching very carefully the inflow versus outflow within the volatility going into next week and paying close attention to it. I would definitely not overlook it. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.